Welcome back to Personal Pension Radio, episode 263. I'm Craig Strom, as you heard in the intro, the income engineer. I love the conversation around retirement income planning. How are you going to preserve your lifestyle in retirement so that you can actually enjoy life without taking a big old pay cut, right? That's the idea. Now, you saw in the title of this episode, Craig's 5 rules for retirement. Okay, first, right off the bat, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as 5 simple rules to retirement. I would love to do my own list. However, the search engine results are dominated by Money Magazine and Forbes and USA Today, etc. There's so many lists. Just type in rules for retirement or rules to retirement and you get 700 lists, because the whole idea is to drive people and drive traffic to website and web pages to sell advertising. So the lists go on and on and on. So rather than do my own list on some publicized website somewhere, I actually want to go through some of the things that I saw as I researched this particular episode. Let's go through. USA Today, right? So USA Today, they published one of 1,000 of the lists that USA Today published. Item number 1, debt to help or hinder retirement, right? Now these are bullet points and they go into more detail on each one. Debt to help or hinder retirement. I'll tell you right now a quick thing, because I'm going to break this down in each one as I see things that I want you to look out for. Debt in retirement. I have actually heard big name financial advisors talk about getting mortgages in retirement. Now, I'm a big fan of reverse mortgages in retirement. I am not necessarily a big fan of getting a 30-year standard forward mortgage in retirement. But I'll tell you, if you're not careful, you type in rules for retirement, you'll pull up a list that says, oh, a 30-year mortgage in retirement is smart. And then you get this cash out refinance. Whoa, that is most likely not a good idea. But the USA Today list goes on and talks about very little saved to retirement, right? These are pitfalls basically to retirement. New career direction. Is $1 million enough? Right? These are the top 5 things that, is $1 million enough? Calculate how much you need to save. This list from USA Today was all over the place, but it came up when I searched for rules for retirement. This is my whole point. There's 1,000 different lists out there. Susie Orman on her site, legit top 5 kind of things that Susie Orman says. I'll give you 4 of them, because I don't even know what the 5th one was, because it's so generic. Grab the employer match on your 401k. Okay, focus on Roth IRAs and Roth 401ks. Just for the record, Roth 401k and a Roth IRA could be a good idea. The idea of putting your money in today, paying the tax today, so that when you take the money out in the future, tax-free, it can be an excellent idea. So no qualms with that. Invest for the long haul on Susie Orman's site. Invest for the long haul. That is good, solid advice that's been there for 70 to 100 years. Invest for the long play. Now, the last one that I pulled out of Susie Orman's list, save automatically. Yeah, if you're going to have a 401k, you should definitely get some sort of an automated savings plan. Now, let me go a little deeper into that one right there. So people often ask me, how do I get myself started into a savings plan? I'm going to give you my own personal experience. I started with $25 a month into a credit union savings account. Just a simple savings account that they automatically pulled out of my checking account and they stuck that money into my savings account, $25. And then I bumped it up to $50 and $100 and $200. And eventually I just wasn't even missing the cash and it was building up a nice amount of money in my savings account. That's how you start. You just get off the proverbial log, 4 frogs on a log, and you start saving. Definitely do that. Now, a quick thing though, if you've got credit card debt, be careful saving cash on the side while you're still making basic payments on a credit card. You really should be knocking out that credit card debt and saving yourself a lot of interest. How about this with US News, okay? Steps for retirement of, entrepreneurs who want to retire. All right. Keep your business separate. Yes, that's always a great idea. You should keep your business activity and finances separate from your personal. In my case, we actually just record them very carefully to make sure that business expenses are recorded in our Quicken program aside from our personal. We don't commingle those transactions on our accounting software. Focus on, again, making your budget flexible. So US News goes on to say, make your budget flexible. How generic can you be? Again, these lists are crazy generic in so many examples. Yes, you want to make your budget flexible, but also you need to make your budget really realistic. Be mindful of what you spend your money on and be prepared for extra expenses that you weren't planning on. Plan ahead. Really? That sounds a lot like Susie Orman's plan for the long haul, right? How about automate your savings? Oh my gosh, automate your savings. Isn't that what Susie Orman said? And didn't they say that in USA Today and Forbes and Money Magazine? You get my point. These lists are all very generic. Now, I'm going to give you my top five. My top five are taken from a different perspective. I'm going to say that I've been 24 years in the financial industry. I am a practicing certified financial planner. I'm also a paralegal. I've been around the block a few times, quite a few times. Here's my take on the top five things that if there was going to be top five, because there's 100 things that you actually need to worry about and that you need to think about and pay attention to, but the top five to really get you on your way, start with protection. Always start with protection first. I want to give you this visual. Think about walking by a construction site. In your neighborhood, they may be building a house. They may be building a shopping center. They may be building in my case, here in Southern California, they're probably building an Amazon warehouse. What is the first thing that goes up on the construction site before anyone lifts a shovel? The first thing that happens on the construction site is they put up a fence. They put up the security fence around the project so that little Jimmy doesn't fall in the well, right? They put up a security fence. So my number one retirement planning tip, protect your castle, protect everything you have first. Start with protection in mind. Make sure your family can continue to pay your day-to-day expenses and save for retirement if you die or become disabled. Protection first. Wall Street wants to say that the answer is invest, 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 save, save, save. No, protect the castle first. Second, build a strong foundation. Again, first protect it, then build a foundation. And if you think about it, the first major thing that happens on a construction site is foundation work. They build solid footings and solid pads and then concrete, and everything goes in for a strong foundation before they build. Because once you've got the foundation, and in the financial world, that's cash in the bank. That's money saved up. I have some folks recently who sold a piece of property, and they're in the process of considering where to invest and what to do, and they had a real sense of urgency. Oh, we need to get this money working and invest. And I encouraged them, whoa. How powerful is it to be in cash with that much money right now so that you can look for opportunities? And she paused and the light went on, and she really became empowered with the idea of cash in the bank being a power position so that she's ready. She and her husband are ready for opportunities. So start with protection, then build a strong foundation. Number 3, determine your retirement income target. You've got to know what retirement income number. Now that's the thing. Your retirement income number is not necessarily the calculation that most Wall Street, classically trained financial advisors are helping people go after. They're showing people the compound rate of return, X, Y, and Z divided by this, and then at the end of this cycle, based on this average rate of return, you'll have this much money. Well, if you back into it with how much income do we actually need in retirement, then we know what our income draw rate will be so that we can actually determine how much do we need to be able to draw from to give us this amount of income. By the way, I am a retirement income specialist. This is not a conversation that is always happening in your standard retirement savings conversation. It's just not. So if you haven't actually sat down to talk about retirement income planning versus saving for retirement, they're very different. They work together, of course, but they're very different. You've got to have that conversation sooner than later. So the third thing, determine your retirement income target. And then number 4, have a balanced saving and investment strategy. Look for efficiency first. I've talked about it on the podcast frequently over the years. It's so important to look for efficiency. And a big component to efficiency is the fees and the costs involved in saving or investing. Making sure that you're not overpaying for your Wall Street investments or your real estate investments. Making sure that you're being as efficient as possible. Look for true diversification. True diversification in your savings and investment strategy. Remembering that this idea that you hear financial entertainers say that you need this international and this growth and this mid and this small, this. What you need is a truly diversified pot. If you want to accomplish diversification, you've got to look at those investments and make sure they're not all moving in the same direction. How many times over the years have I seen people with portfolios with 7, 8, 10, 12 different positions? Oh, I'm diversified, and they all move up and down at the same rate. There's no diversification if your investments are moving up and down at the same time. That's not diversification. So seek out true diversification. Now, when you look at 401k, that's a great thing, but remember to save tax deferred somewhere else if you can. If you can save tax favored somewhere else if you can, absolutely make sure you look at the options around saving so that you're not tying everything to 401k. I have a client recently, she's one of the older clients that I work with, and I'll tell you, she hates her 401k, which is now her IRA. She hates it. Every year she complains about drawing money out of her taxable IRA because she is paying so much in tax. She didn't think she would be in such a high income tax bracket. By the way, she is in an income tax bracket much higher than she was in when she and her husband were working and raising children and fattening up their 401ks. Haha. Remember that a 401k is tax deferred. I'll talk about that again in the future, but tax deferred. And then 5, the 5th thing, okay? I'll recap this for everybody. The 5th thing is a contingency plan. You've got to make sure that your planning works under a variety of conditions, not just perfect. That's the key. That so many times I hear financial entertainers and financial advisors say, well, if we get an average rate of return of 7 or 8 or, one guy out there is talking about 12% all the time. Yep, you guessed it. Drives me nuts. This average rate of return of 8%, based on this and you invest that, you'll be fine. Everything will be great. Well, wait a minute. What if we have this next decade that Bank of America projects at 0.2% return? What in the world? What if we have a 0.2% return over the next decade? That's not ideal. So let's go through my 5 rules, my 5 tips for retirement income and retirement planning. Start with protection. Build a strong foundation of cash on hand. Determine your retirement income target. Talk about retirement income planning early in your retirement plan. And early on in that conversation, you should be talking about retirement income planning straight away. Not just how much are we going to save to get a pile of money. Talk about retirement income planning. Number 4, go after a balanced saving and investment strategy. Look for those efficiencies in your investment and savings. Look for true diversification. Make sure that you have a balanced approach. Cash, business, life insurance, Wall Street investments, stocks, real estate. Make sure that you are truly balanced and diversified. And remember that a 401k, tax deferred, not tax deductible, is great. But remember to save elsewhere, to save in other places, whether it's real estate or your own personal investments. And finally, make sure that you have a contingency plans. Make sure that you know whether your plan will work under a variety of conditions rather than just perfect conditions. If you'd like to go through your specifics, let's talk retirement income planning. Let's go through these 5 and find out what else needs to be covered in your retirement plan journey. You can send me an email, Craig with a K at craigstrom.com. That's K-R-A-I-G, strom.com. Craig with a K at craigstrom.com. If you're listening on YouTube, please leave a comment. Also, subscribe and like the video. I really appreciate the support. Share it out there. And thank you again so much. Really appreciate it. Talk to you again soon.